building off last week, even though it was a loss, what did you see on the field that maybe felt like this team is improving, even though you didn't get the result? And that's the bottom line, but still, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think there's obviously the result is kind of the biggest factor, but I think taking positives from probably our most complete performance of the year. I think definitely on the ball we were a lot better. We looked composed. We were breaking lines. We were playing the game that we want to play on the ball, and I think defensively limiting a very good team to minimal opportunities as well, especially clear-cut opportunities, which they're a good side, and all the boys were giving me tips and tricks before the game about what they might do, and obviously the result at the end of the day is what counts, and we want to get the 3 points. So hopefully we can turn a performance like last week into 3 points this week.
You mentioned tips and tricks. You know your position, you know how to play the game, but yet I guess every league is different. And how is that adjustment then?
Look, it's been pretty good so far. Obviously, it's a different challenge over here. It's a new challenge that I'm excited for, and every step and every game is a new challenge. And I think the best thing about being over here is most teams are pretty top heavy in their recruitment, so it's a great challenge for us defenders and it's an exciting challenge as well to come up against world-class players pretty much week in, week out, and it's something that was so enticing to come over here, especially to a team like DC. You got Christian up top, you got Barge, Jacob, all coming through that are top strikers in their own regard, and to come up against that every day in training is only going to make me better.
Yeah, hey Kai, how you doing?
Good stuff.
Good. And when Dave was talking about the transition over here, Scotland is university for center backs, right? I mean, the Scottish League. What do you see? What's the difference in the two leagues in terms of being a center back and what you see? Because we do see you breaking lines with the dribble a little bit more than you probably would in Scotland.
Yeah, I think the main difference is I wouldn't say competitiveness, because everyone wants to win here just as much as everyone else. So it's not that level of competitiveness that's different. It's more the livelihood almost, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously everyone's playing for their contracts and playing for their jobs and things like that. But over there, if you get relegated, that could be your career almost in a way. So I think the style of play is a lot different. A lot of the teams are a lot more direct. They just want to get the ball up the field and play a really physical game, which, for 2.5 years over there, I had to learn pretty quick that it's a lot physical and it's a lot in the air, and that gave a dimension to my game that, I didn't really have starting my career back home. And I was learning every week there as well in a different way to what I am here. But here, a lot more teams try to play football and keep the ball on the ground, and I think that just suits my game a little bit more.
And how are you settling in with the guys off the field? You guys doing things? America, how are you liking? How you liking it?
Yeah, I'm loving it here so far. First day here, we were down in pre-season camp, met all the guys and all the staff, and yeah, it was amazing. Everyone's been so friendly since coming in, and it's felt like I've been here for a few years already, to be honest, but it's only been a couple months. Everyone's it's a good group of boys, and I said it the other night when we were with the members, we're not just saying it's a good change room, it really is, and hopefully we can turn those wins, these games into wins. I'm sure you can see how much we're fighting for each other out on the field, and that just shows that we care for each other on a deeper level as well, and yeah, that's how it feels, just really good community.
Thanks, Kai.
I want to get an Australian perspective on Sunday's game, in that it's a big celebration also for 30 seasons of Major League Soccer. The first ever match was DC United in San Jose, and maybe how you can relate to that, growing up in a country where soccer is not the number one sport. They've had challenges establishing a professional league. Does that add any emotion that you're part of a celebration of 30 years or something?
Yeah, I think it's amazing to have anything for this long, especially a professional league. It's been a pretty big issue back home, so to see it get to 30 years over here is pretty special, especially it's not the main sport over here, but to see how much it's grown from an outsider's perspective, it's pretty amazing. And now to be involved in that kind of history, and hopefully there's many more years to come, and I'm sure there will be. It's very positive over here. The crowds every week, the facilities that teams have, the players that are coming in, the players that are coming through as well. It's just a very exciting time for this league, and I think it speaks volumes that it's made 30 years already, and like I said, probably many more. It's exciting because, as you said, Australia, it's actually our top played league code in kids sports, but unfortunately that doesn't really reciprocate through to crowd attendances and things like that when we get to the more professional game, and it's struggling a bit back home. But I'd like to think that they're taking kind of as much feedback and kind of learn off what the MLS is doing right, and hopefully use that back home.
Then we had one from Dennis Gomez.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. It's a quick question, Kai. So I'm wondering, what's the environment in the locker room right now after you guys played really good matches, but have been short of adding points to the board. How do you guys keep each other motivated and accountable?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, back-to-back defeats isn't something that good teams should really encounter, and to be a good team, you always want to bounce back, and that's what we're looking to do this week. And everyone's spirits are high. If anything, it's made this group come together more and made us more determined. To bounce back and get 3 points this week. We know how big this game is. Obviously, for the dates and for the history, and look, we just want to do all our fans and people like that proud, and to be honest, like I said, it's just brought everyone together, and hopefully we can put a good 90 minutes together on the weekend.
And this is a quick follow-up. You mentioned promotion, relegation. Have you felt any difference in either intensity or the competition in the league since MLS doesn't implement it, and do you think they will benefit from it?
Oh, I don't really think I'm qualified to answer that question.
All right, thank you.